And we're back. The Matrix Network. Astronauts entering quarantine. We're going back to the moon. We're going back to the moon. Did we go to the moon? Yeah.
Well, we're not going on the moon, just around the moon.
Oh, yeah.
I say we take a ship on our favorite rocket trip, flying through the sky.
Yeah, that reminds me of that rainbow thing where it's like, it's like, whew, imagine.
The land of make-believe.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Well, that's the big question. Have we ever been to the moon? And, we're not going to go down that road. That horse has been dead for a long time. And people have already made their decision. But before we get into our sponsor, I want you guys to remember, these are the things that they want you to know. Astronauts enter quarantine ahead of their trip to the moon. And there's the Fantastic Four.
I was going to say, it looks like the Fantastic Four.
They got everybody in there. They didn't have the
he's
Asian.
He's going to be the rock guy. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
They got the black guy. They got the female. And they got Rocky's opponent over there with the flat top, and I guess that's still in. And then we got
Mr. Fabulous.
Yeah, but they are going into quarantine.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, are you saying that the Fabulous Four was a documentary?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Apex to reinstate utility late fee disconnections. I'm not sure what that is. And there's this guy who's just filming the space with some green light. And I don't know if there's anything else interesting, but
there's a bunch of ads we can look at.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just want you guys to know, if you go through the banging news topics, one of the main things they want you to know, while all this other stuff is going on, astronauts are entering quarantine ahead of the trip to the moon.
Speaking of astronauts, I saw an interesting movie this past weekend, Project Hail Mary, which was done by the same guy that, it was a book done by the same guy that did The Martian, if you're familiar with that. Very good movie, The Martian. And I think for a second one, actually there was another book in there called, I think, Artemis, but people didn't say it was that great. But yeah, this Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary, was really well done. It's about a cosmic threat, and humanity tries to investigate it, and we encounter something extraterrestrial. And it is a really interesting movie, and it goes beyond just sci-fi. I just highly recommend it. It was really well done, and I enjoyed it. So,
is that one with the walking rock?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen like a preview. There's like some kind of walking rock. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they give it. It's unfortunate in the book. It's a reveal when he finally sees the alien, but unfortunately in the trailer they decided to give it away. I don't know why, but it's just very well done. It's very heartfelt, and it's about friendship. I don't want to give too much away, but
no, you don't.
I recommend it. It was really a well done story.
I wonder if the reason why did it just come out?
Yeah, it's still in theaters right now.
I wonder if it just came out because they are trying to now push also a stubborn fungus, a flesh-eating fungus.
Is it Among Us?
Spreading from cats to humans.
I knew it, man. I've been saying for years that we need to have a population reduction of cats.
No.
And Elder will soon agree.
Cats, man.
There it is.
Very serious. Yeah.
A flesh-eating fungus spreading from cats to humans has been detected.
It's the size of that thing.
And it's expanding fast.
So where's the fungus?
It come from? Yeah.
It's in the cat.
It's in the cat.
Oh, its eyes are green.
Flesh-eating fungus.
Why?
So I wonder if this is the extraterrestrial thing that, that's going on, the reason why they want you to Hail Mary, throw that touchdown pass.
You're talking about the thing that the Phantasmic Four are going to go investigate?
Yeah, that's probably... See, think about this correlation now. While you're looking at this ad, you only have 2 moves left. But are they trying to get to the moon because they're trying to have a connection with this flesh-eating fungus? Because they're telling you it's a fungus. But what if it's extraterrestrial?
Sounds kind of fantastic.
It says in a veterinary office among the southern eastern coast of Uruguay. The case did not arrive all at once. Once cats came in with raw sores around the nose and the paw. Another had crust wounds around the face that were not healing as expected. Then another showed the same kind of damage, again centered on the head and the forelimbs. So when they looked into it, they said they had concluded that this is a special flesh-eating fungus that's in your cat, and it's coming to you, and it's expanding fast. It sounds extraterrestrial.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to go put my cat down.
Well, that's what apparently a lot of these people are doing.
What are you holding it up?
Yes. I'm holding it under the table right now, but I'm going to have to put it down.
But that comes to the idea of our sponsor this week. Another thing that I have always wondered if it was extraterrestrial.
Cat scans?
No, it's something very close to home that I believe probably 90% of the population today have in their home right now.
Parasites?
No.
Parasocials?
Well, it could be, but no.
Paranormal activity?
Well, it may be. But it's something you eat. It's something in your refrigerator. And it's interesting the way the government utilized this particular thing.
Kumquats.
No. I mean, we're talking so common that I would say maybe even more than 90% have it in their refrigerator right now.
Is it the pyramid itself? The food pyramid? Only it's upside down now?
No, it's something that you actually eat. And you might eat it more commonly than you think.
Crow.
I don't know how many people have crow in their fridge, but that's against the law.
But they eat crow, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, metaphorically. I don't know how many are admitting that they eat it literally.
I think people would put their hand up, but their fingers are in so many different pies.
Because they're eating too much crow.
Yeah.
Humble pie is another good one.
Oh, yeah.
No. This week's sponsor is our local gas station providing a service, but it's not the gas station itself. It's the product. It's the universal product of hot dogs.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They tell us openly, hey, there might be human DNA in there. Why?
Well, that makes a good hot dog.
Well, what is that? What's that all about? I mean, how many people are really getting chopped up in these huge food digesters? I mean, is that real? But they want you to know there's human DNA in there. So is it really, though? Is it really human or is it extraterrestrial? I've always wondered if hot dogs are actually a byproduct of something extraterrestrial. And that's why it's so difficult to get them out of the dispenser and to eat them. Now, if you get them in a package and you cook them at the house, that's simple. But if you've ever been to the gas station, you've noticed this.
How do you get them out?
I mean, even this device seems extraterrestrial. I mean, it's just spinning and you're supposed to grab one, but you can't. It's slimy. It's moving. It's difficult, but this is a gas station. It's supposed to be convenient, but you can't even grab the hot dog.
I think it's more than just an extraterrestrial food. I think the device is actually testing the intelligence of humans.
It could be an MK Ultra thing.
Can you get the hot dog out of the cage?
Is this a psychological experiment by the government because it was something they found on a spaceship, on a UFO?
So okay, big deal. You debunk. It's not really a convenience store, is it?
No, it's
So
a
you debunk
testing
that.
convenience store. Yeah.
How do you get them out?
It's a testing facility.
These poor
Yeah.
boys.
Now think about that. If the government wanted to really perform large-level mass experimentation on the public, why not phrase the word? Because you know psyops are real. Convenient store. That's better than a superstore.
Or an inconvenience store.
Right, which would be like Walmart, but a
mundane
convenience
store.
store. You know, you go there, you have to go there. They all know you have to go there because you need gas. So we're already halfway there. And then you got to go inside. So if they really want to do some new experiments, what do? You go to get your gas, and all the gas pumps magically are non-operatable, so you got to go inside to pay for it inside. Well, once you're inside, now you're 80% there. Now, why don't you go try out some of these devices? You know, here's a burrito, but it's in a cold. So use our microwave. But what if that microwave is projecting proprietary microwave frequencies because they're testing? Or this hot dog dispenser because they're seeing, can the human figure out how to get these hot dogs into the buns? Or these weird foods that you know nobody ever eats. They sit there for years, but they're waiting to see who's going to finally eat one.
Or their MREs.
Right, they could be.
I've heard that Walmarts are actually military bases, because if anything ever was to go bad anywhere in America, there's a Walmart store. That Walmart store, that's where they would close it off, and the U.S. military would just station at Walmart because it's got food, it's got clothes, it's got weapons, it's got.
That's where I'm headed. During the next apocalypse, I'm heading right to Walmart. It's got everything you need, including ammo.
Yeah, but you're not welcome. The military's going to take it over, and they're going to tell you.
Well, you know, that was the conversation probably about 10 years ago. Alex Jones and boys were saying, hey, guys, remember, for the next 3 hours, I'm going to tell you how the government is changing all Walmarts into FEMA camps. Look at the fences. Look at the migration. Look, oh, wow, there's trains.
This is why I never use microwaves, because I don't want to be like that.
Oh, you think that's what happened?
Probably. I stick to macro waves.
You should microwaves. You have to explain that one. But I was going to say that you should always keep your microwave up high. Never put it in a cabinet that's near your mid-range, your midsection, unless you don't want to have kids. Then it's okay.
Yeah, that's a good lookout.
Yeah, because I don't want to have kids.
Right.
Oh, that's all right then. That'll work.
You ever wondered why they transitioned? Because all microwaves, I remember when I was a kid, nobody had, unless you were rich, those over-the-stove microwaves. Everybody had the ones on the countertop you had to plug in, and it was awkward. You had to find a space, but that's just what you had, and it was expensive.
Yep.
But now everyone, even government-funded homes, everybody's got these over-the-counter microwave, and that now that's a good catch, because maybe it was to reduce fertilizational propagation in the beginning, but now what they want to do is alter the brain, so they need it higher up, not lower.
Yeah, closer
They've
to the
already
head.
reduced fertilization. Now
The
they
other
need to
head,
alter your brain.
Well, that's not working.
Well, it seems like it is. I feel like it's working right now.
I don't know. Have you looked out your window lately?
People are still being.
What window?
Yeah, I've looked out all my windows.
Talking about the one out of the spaceship that looked down to the Earth for 11 seconds?
He's talking about Microsoft.
That was edited?
No, I look through my Microsoft window every day.
You mean Macrosoft?
I don't have one of those.
Macro.
I'm too poor.
Macro hard.
Yeah. I have a macro wave. I don't have a macro soft, though. That'd be kind of cool.
How's that work?
A macro soft?
What about mega soft?
No, microwave.
Well, the waves are bigger.
Does it heat quicker?
Yes.
They're like one frequency instead of like 900 megahertz. It's just 1 hertz.
Yeah, it's a macro wave, not a macro waves.
You know, people don't realize that hertz is literally how many full rotations a speaker moves per second. If you're going 1 hertz, you'll actually see the speaker go woof, woof in 1 second. That's why lower frequencies, the speakers move slower. Higher frequencies, the speakers move really fast. So like a macro wave would be just like 1 hertz. It's just like woof. And then maybe that goes to the things like imagination.
Yeah.
That's like a macro wave.
Yeah, because that's where it hurts. Well, there's people actually still innovative. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of the trend going on right now with starch jeans.
You talking about like potato jeans?
Kind of. They put starch on the jeans and they make them stiff. This is what I'm talking about.
Western friends,
You can use
listen
it as
up.
the
I'm going
plate?
to teach you how to cowboy starch your jeans at home so you can stop taking them to the dry cleaner.
Alright, you're going to start by soaking your jeans with starch inside and out.
Normally, jeans are soft and flexible, right? So why do this guy's jeans look so thin and stiff, almost like a paper prop at first glance? Well, that's because these jeans have been starched. Sounds fancy, but the process is actually pretty simple. You just mix starch with water, spread it evenly over the
Fellas, stop being a post and start your jeans.
It's the new
Alright, it's
version of
Dally
the
Boy.
Scarecrow.
Y'all heard the man. Start your dead gum jeans. I always get a lot of questions on what's the purpose of starching your jeans. What does it actually do? Here's a few reasons why we do it. Number one, it's kind of become a fashion statement. When your jeans have a crease down the middle that'll cut a bull calf quicker than a case knife, it tells a lot about who you are. Number two is for practicality. It really helps with keeping your jeans from ripping and tearing.
Fellas, stop being a post.
Starch. Well, Jigger's hard as a astronaut.
Like paper thin too. This is
Man, we're not gonna have plastic bags. We're gonna start having starch jeans as our bags.
You have to put your
my
legs in
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, so this guy went to that next level. He starched his jeans. I can't remember how many times. He's going to tell you about it, and he tries to put them on.
Jeans have 200 layers of starch, and today we are answering the age-old question. Can a real cowboy put on these jeans 2 legs at a time? One of the great things
that needs to be in a
about starching
museum.
up your jeans this much is that they will stand almost on their own. And this
He's actually bracing his leg in the jean because it's so hard.
But for one, you can see here, they are holding up almost the whole weight of the cowboy, which is
And he even
impressive
bent
on
his
its own,
knee.
But it is rather relevant because if you're working out on the ranch,
Get bending
and
to
you
get you
look
just
out
move
for
your
it,
leg
I hope that you have
Looks like Yogi
you can
Bear.
take them right off and stay
Jigger's made out of steel.
But
Get
also,
outta here.
this is a little known fact. When you have 200 layers of starch on your jeans, they become bulletproof. So if someone tries to shoot at
Hey,
you
man,
in a
that's a
duel,
good idea.
and they have
this
extremely
guy.
bad
It's handicapped
aim
now.
with your ankle, then you will be completely fine. In fact, the bullet might reflect off of your jeans and hit
It's
the
like
other
SpongeBob
cowboy,
now.
leaving him
He's got to
wounded,
take macro
and
steps.
you rejoicing in your denim.
So that's
He
a
went to the next level.
that's actually the epitome of that study where they said the Gen Zs are the first generation of all the case studies about previous generations and IQ levels to have a lower IQ.
I feel like this guy had the largest IQ though, because he took it. He said, "Why stop with 2 starches or whatever?" He went to like 100 something, 200 starches. I don't know. It looked like
I
plastic.
applaud him for his experimental proclivities. And no, I'm not saying he's stupid, but it just seems like this is a de-evolving situation. Like this is like the highest level of efficiencies. I assume you want the most flexible, the thing to feel like it's like skin so you can move as much as possible, not something where I have to take literally nano steps.
Well, I don't even know how you can drive to Walmart. It's like, how are you going to sit down in your car?
Well, you lay down in the back of the pickup truck and you get your wife to drive you.
Who doesn't have starch jeans.
Right.
Or your dog.
Which doesn't wear jeans.
All cowboys have dogs, so.
You could ride one of those hoverboard things. Those, you just need your feet to move, and it'll actually go forward. So you're just going to stand still. But then when you get off, you're still going to look like you're standing still. You're just going to be
wait
floating.
till you fall. Now you have to get back up. That's a whole nother task you got to learn.
Yeah, you'd have to take your pants off.
But here's the other, I guess from that, here's the other option.
Chinese researchers developed a non-toxic, low-cost metal polymer conductor combining liquid metals and elastic polymers, enabling stretchable, durable, biocompatible flexible electronics for wearable and implantable devices.
You can go that route. I mean, if you're looking for really stretchy stuff, you can still add the components of all the technology and have stretchy things. That seems to be more efficient, but I guess each to their own, whatever they're into. You can use silicone or you can use starch.
That would be fantastic. You put your pants on in the morning. You don't have to worry about where you put your phone. You'd have your game system with you at all times. I mean, that would just be fantastic.
Yeah, we actually talk about that, I can't remember, probably a year ago, but Smarty Pants by IARPA. The government makes smart electronical powered and network textile systems. So the government's already made this.
Now, I understand that this might incorporate this, but there was a method of generating power by motion. I wonder if this is part of that.
Well, it's actually more advanced than that. These smart textiles can actually adapt to your size and shape. They can change colors. They can do all kinds of things, but this is by the government, by IARPA. They've created smart textiles, smart fabrics.
E-pants.
Yeah.
Might have to get me a pair of those.
They already have that, but I mean, those are your choices. You can wear smart e-pants or you can wear starchy pants.
You know, the starch jeans are making, I don't know if they're making a comeback. I don't know if they were ever a thing before, but they're becoming a thing, I guess. And why would you even need to put pants on anyway if another trend that's been going around is not just guys playing video games, but certain types of video games.
Guys, does anyone else's husband or boyfriend do this fucking
This is another shame video.
Center Delta 9252, holding short 10 left, ready for departure.
Whoa, he got himself in there. Yeah, but you know, it's funny. I was like, okay, I don't really see what's bad about that. Honestly, that one, I think she's the weird one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is one of these shame videos.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I'm all about losing the pants.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think in her logic is like, why do this if you can actually just go be a real pilot? Like, go do something if you want to do this. That's neither here nor there. There's in the comments sections, people were like, yeah, but my husband plays a lawn mowing game. And I was like, what? And a bunch of comments were saying the same thing. Yeah, my husband also plays that lawnmower video game or whatever. And that's when I was like, we got to figure out what's going on.
Oh, so you're talking more about the type of game that's being played, not the fact that it appeared as though he was playing it without pants.
Yeah, it's the idea. It's like, you know, you could actually have a real life. Like, it's like you're playing a video game on how to eat a cheeseburger. And you're just like, you got to really take it slow so you don't drop it or something in the video. And the whole video game is to just be a human. And instead of doing that, like instead of doing it in real life, you want to do it on a video game. That's where it's borderline loser.
Well, I don't know. See, now, yeah, it's borderline loser for the player. But think about the implication.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Why did they want these games out?
Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, yes.
They want this data. If you focus on how to put it to your face, that's telemetry data for the robots.
Well, okay, I was going somewhere else with that, but yeah, I guess there's that way too.
Yeah, because I mean, that's stupid, but the robots need to know that.
There's a game out there called Power Wash Simulator where you're cleaning things off. And I have it. I've played it.
Oh, you're contributing to it.
Oh, no.
You're part of the ecosystem.
Oh, no. Are you wearing starch jeans?
Are you wearing starch jeans?
No, I couldn't. My jeans, I have to beat them with rocks to get them as soft as I need them. Because, I'm old. Anyway, so the whole thing with the power wash simulator, I have to admit, there's something therapeutic about it as you're kind of cleaning these dirty, filthy things off. And it's a very simple, very easy. There's no strategy to it. You just it's relaxing. And at the end, you have this perfectly clean vehicle area, whatever. So I think there's a psychological component to that. I mean, something more complex like flying a plane, that might be different. Mowing the lawn could probably be very similar to that. It's just the idea of just doing something very simple, and it just kind of relaxes your mind a little bit because you're not overstimulated.
Hey, Elder.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you feel dirty?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you want to get lucky, punk?
You want to get clean?
Well,
not with a power washer. I have accidentally hit a power washer on my bare foot, which is really stupid of me. But let me tell you that hurts.
You shot yourself in the foot, didn't you?
Yeah, with a power washer. It's not fun.
See, but you didn't shoot yourself in the foot by getting that game, because I think you can be forgiven. Because when you get to be 205, you can't really go outside anymore, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're a brain organoid.
But these guys that I'm showing, these are young men. They're like strapping young bucks.
Strap it on.
Yeah, they're like 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds. Like, why aren't you outside really power washing, really mowing lawns? Like, you did this stuff in your previous life, Elder. Let's check this out.
I like him. I like that autistic man. And would I be wrong if I asked him at dinner, is you autistic? Because I like that. I like him.
He's actually mowing a fake lawn. It's like, if you like it so much, go out there and actually mow your lawn. Go get paid to mow other people's lawns.
Maybe he doesn't have a lawn and he misses that. He misses there's a longing to get out there on that little tractor and mow the lawn.
Well,
really.
What about this guy?
My life be like, yeah. My life be like,
but let's go ahead and fire up the old Craftsman and get some mowing done. Our very first lawn, guys. Let's go. Hopefully we get a pretty good payday.
Do these guys have an excuse? What are these guys' excuse? Like, they're out here mowing fake lawns, like waving to fake neighbors, and these lawns probably is like, what are you doing? Well, this is a fake life.
I'm thinking about it. This is kind of probably like the Sims game. It's just a simulated format of something that anything in the Sims game, you could probably try to do in real life. But
who's going to do it? So you actually go clock in on your Sims game. You have to clock in, you have to be there for 8 hours, and you actually have to actively do things for the same repetitions that you flip a burger, make the sandwich, and you have to do this for 8 hours straight. If you leave, you get fired on that Sims game.
What's the difference with playing like Clash of Clans or something?
Well, because you can see the product of all your labor. You start growing, you get bigger than other people. You're literally you're working at a 9 of it. You're not getting bigger than anybody else.
It's interesting. I think it all starts that way with these kind of games because these are one-player games, first-player position games.
Yeah.
I think what happens is like you play all this, but it gets redundant, like you're saying. Then it turns into free roam. It's like, how many people can we mow over?
We already have free roam.
Yeah, no, but now you got the lawnmower version.
Yeah, it's like, it's not free roam at all. It's like you're just going to go mow your lawn. It's the same repetitious thing too.
There was a game out in the 90s, I think, or maybe the beginning of the aughts called Carpocalypse. And the actual object of the game was to destroy the other people in the race, destroy their cars so that you'd win, but you'd get extra points for running over people and objects. So that did exist, and that was many years ago.
But that sounds fun. What about running over a blade of grass 1,000 times, and you're just going to keep doing that same thing? You're just running over blades of grass.
Does it scream? If it screams, it might be worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's literally just a simulation of real life. Like your real lawn out your window, which you can see past your computer screen, your real lawn is getting longer and longer. The grass is getting greener and greener on your side of the fence, actually. But instead, you're going to mow the lawn on a video game. And it's like, that would give me anxiety. It's like, I know I need to go mow the lawn in real life. Why am I pretending to mow the lawn in fake life?
I assume what it is. You know how there's always these tycoon games, like a theme park tycoon or whatever? This is probably like lawnmower tycoon. You're probably a landscape business owner, and you have to get clients, and you have to go mow the lawn, and you probably get approval ratings and all of this stuff. And the objective is to grow the largest landscaping business.
We can only pray.
That's all we can do. What it would be. Like, there's got to be a
what
competition.
If you're wrong? What if you're wrong? And all of it is just simply you just mow your lawn.
Every day it's my lawn. It's not other people's lawn.
It's just your lawn every day. It's the same square footage, same shape and everything. You just mow your lawn every day. Maybe you can upgrade your lawnmower. Like that guy was like, all right, guys, looks like we got a craftsman here. And he's getting excited.
I think a lot of people who are doing this, they might be, we might be keeping the society safe by keeping them indoors, mowing the virtual lawn, because you never know, maybe if they got outside, they'd turn out to be like, a serial killer or something. So better to keep them indoors mowing the lawn.
Yeah, I guess they could actually venture out into public.
Hustle, what do you do for work?
I do everything. I do
everything?
House cleaning, babysitting, everything.
Can you house clean for me?
Yeah, everything for cheap.
Just come by at 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You said,
whoa. That took us a
Yeah, he does everything.
I think that guy needs a pressure washer.
That guy can clean your house.
You know what they don't have, though, is they don't have video games of you on the moon. Another thing that...
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah. What's that one called? It's like, my kids call it a moon game.
No, I'm talking about that.
Sky something. Open Man Sky.
I'm talking about the basic thing, like this lawnmower game. All you do is you're just driving around the moon. You're not doing anything, because you know what they tell us. There's even a larger hole in the wheel of NASA's Mars Curiosity rover. What does this rover do all day? It does exactly the lawnmower thing. It just drives around Mars all day, every day. And what do they want us to know? Now, I don't even know why we need to know this. I don't know why the public even has to care.
Because they got a flat tire.
But no, they just want you to know it's not. So this title is implying there was already a hole.
Oh, yeah.
But now they want you to know there's even a larger hole.
Oh, no.
In the wheel. And I'm wondering, why are you telling any of us this as though we need to be concerned?
I think I can answer that.
So what I saw.
I think I can answer it. I think it's pointing to the ingenuity of what we can create, because the rovers were not supposed to last anywhere near as long as they have, and I think the fact that they've lasted so long and the things are still working, it's like the Energizer Bunny. These things, you got massive holes in the tires, but they're still running, they're still moving, and I think that kind of shows a certain we can do it. We can build things that will last in a hostile extraterrestrial environment.
So they're justifying the taxpayer's dollar.
Are you wanting to read this article? So all these things I'm going to show today, are you interested in reading the full article?
Yes, this seems really interesting.
To know why there's even a larger hole.
Yes. Well, I've been dying to know.
Why, yeah.
I'm not
inquiring minds want to know.
But what I thought about was, why is there a hole? See, what you talked about, Elder, that's common thought. Oh, there's ingenuity, there's decay, it's entropy, things happen, blah, blah, blah. But that's what they want you to believe, so you don't really know why this hole shows up. Because eventually they're going to show you pictures and people are going to ask, hey, there's a hole in the tire. So they just need to tell you the normal thing, which is, it's entropy, decay, it just happens. They don't want you to know. It's because it encountered extraterrestrial entities who has proclivities to eat this material.
Oh, like space termites.
And some of those extraterrestrial things are here on Earth. That's how they knew how to test for these.
This is the closest thing our planet has to an alien, and it's nuts. It's called Xenoturbella, a sea creature that is unlike anything else on Earth. Here's what I mean. First of all, it looks like a worm, but it's not a worm. In fact, according to science, it shouldn't even be alive. Why? Well, because it has no respiratory system for breathing, no circulatory system for blood flow, and no excretory system for removing waste. But it gets even crazier than that. Xenoturbella has no organs. None. It has one thing that's kind of like a sensory receptor, but that's it. It has no reproductive organs. So how does it reproduce? Well, reproductive cells just kind of come out of its body. Then they fertilize each other in the water and become babies with no mouths who apparently don't eat. So what does Xenoturbella have? A hole. One hole in its stomach, if you can call it that, where food goes in and waste comes out. They were discovered off the coast of Sweden, but I think they're from outer space.
What's interesting about this Xenoturbella, whatever it is, it's in the ocean. And we all know, we have more maps of the moon, assuming the moon, than we do of the ocean. Trench. And they know that's where it's at. So what do? They want to test what works well on Mars. They get these kind of aliens that they already know are real aliens, and they can test it. And so then when they go to Mars, they know they're already there. But they can't tell you all of this. But they need to tell you because everybody will see these holes. So, of course, like Elder said, it's because of entropy. It's just decay. It's natural. But they just have to expose that they ran over one of these extraterrestrial entities, and now there's a hole in the device, and it's happening.
So they ran over some ear-looking thing, and it
only has
blew a hole through its wheel?
Because it
only one hole. Yeah.
has one.
It has one hole, and it transferred into the hole.
Yeah, wow. That's it.
So holes are replicating now.
And what I'm starting to think is that we're being lied about Mars, and Mars is actually just a bunch of water. It's just a big ocean. Because they always allude to that. Oh, look at this trench here. It looks like there might have been ancient rivers. It's actually all just a big ocean.
Huh, I've never been there, so it could be true.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there who believe the Texas testing ground for astronauts is actually the moon. Because, well, at least they train for the moon there at minimum.
Because the anti-gravity picture.
Yeah, there's a massive swimming pool in Texas that NASA trains at. They train their astronauts under the water. And it would be interesting if that's what it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. And some reason they do that often. And they even acknowledge that too, what you're saying. That these training places are basically large, huge, like 40, 50 foot deep swimming pools so they can train on weightlessness. But is that the truth? Because we've heard also the rumors that when they're out there doing spacewalks, what happens? Somehow water gets in their helmet or something. What? And really, it's because when you go to Mars, it's all water. So, yeah, we might have already been to Mars. And they're showing you all, think about this on a deeper level. They tell you that the ISS and all of this is in low Earth orbit or just outside Earth. What if the green screen, and it's all green screen, like let's just admit that the live footage is green screen, but they're not actually out in low Earth orbit. They're actually on Mars right now. And all the green screen is so that you don't know we're actually on Mars. You just believe we're in low Earth orbit, but they're actually on Mars, and Mars is just a big ocean. And that's why water gets into the helmets and all of that. So they have this double layer psyop. They want you to believe something simple that we could do, like, oh, it's just outside of the Earth atmosphere. That seems tenable. But they don't want you to know we've already been to Mars. Actually, we're there now. And that's why there's all this emphasis about going to Mars. And then there's people like deGrasse Tyson who says, oh, we can't go to Mars because we can't create an atmosphere. And they just want you to keep on believing this narrative because it's too early to reveal we've already been to Mars.
Well, you're making some really big jumps and leaps, and we need some anti-gravity to understand this.
Well, here's a training facility I'm about to show you, and this is some of the preparatory things. So if you didn't have water, you would have to do stuff like this. I mean, this guy should be an astronaut. See, that's anti-gravity.
Wow. Oh, that looks like gravity to me.
You know, there's actually a big controversy with that video. It's so good. People want to believe that's AI. But it's so good that we don't know if it's AI or not. But that shows me even more. How much more could they do to persuade you that we're not on Mars? They can perfect anything. And it's simple to believe we're just outside the Earth orbit. It's hard to believe we're on Mars. So they would never even try to green screen that. But they could green screen we're outside of the Earth, but really, they're over there swimming in this cesspool on Mars. That's why it looks like they're out there on the Earth, outside floating on these spacewalks, but that's actually them moving through Mars.
Would that be a cesspool or a cesspool?
Whatever you want it to be. It could be a Xenoturbella pool.
Oh.
You're just inside one of the holes. So now imagine if Mars was actually just a big Xenoturbella and you have to get in the hole.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if this whole universe is inside one of those things?
And you know what they call the black hole? It's just a big singularity.
Mm-hmm. So that's actually
just like
leaving
that creature.
the hole.
Right. And there's only one hole. It goes in and out. There's not a second hole.
Yeah. Only one hole.
Hawking radiation.
I think that's the nature of the entire universe. Everything could be explained by one hole.
Now think about what they call it too. They call getting sucked in the black hole. And you're getting Hawking radiation, which comes out. They call it the white hole. But it's all the hole.
By the way, before I forget, movie recommendation. You were talking about alien bacteria that eats things. There's an excellent movie from the 60s. It was actually a book called The Andromeda Strain. Outstanding movie. For its day, it had really cool special effects, and the story itself is kind of neat. It's interesting that it was done in the 60s because when you watch it, you'll really think of things that we suspect are happening today. So, but yeah, it's called The Andromeda Strain.
Well, I think we found one of the characters from the Andromeda Strain. It's actually somebody from Mars, which proves the Xenoturbella theory.
Cracker got an AR, like he's shooting schools up. Yellow wide body, Hellcat look like a schoolboy.
Doesn't he look like a Xenoturbella?
Yeah.
And there's only, he does have eyes. Maybe he's evolved. I mean, they're over here adapting. If there is ever real evidence of aliens, that's what they do. They'd stay here for a while, and then they come out of the ocean. They start adapting, and, everybody just accepts it. They'll say, oh, that's green screen. Is it?
Yeah, that guy looked like my left
had a good
thumb.
jam going there.
We're just, America, is full of lies, it seems. So I wouldn't put it past them to tell us that we're on the moon, but we're actually on the sun or whatever, or we're on Saturn maybe. They tell us it's a big ball of gas, but who knows? They could just have us gassed up like Exxon.
Well, that's why they are telling us this on the news. NASA's Webb Hubble shares the most comprehensive view of Saturn to date. Yeah, this is exactly what I need to know. But maybe you're right. Maybe we're actually on the rings. And that's why they have all these real clear views of Saturn.
Yep.
But how would we know?
Well, one way we can know is we can look at Infowars.com. That's one way to know.
Absolutely.
We can go on TikTok. That's another way to know. We could go on NASA's website and see why they got a flat tire again. So we can know why we're paying them more money from our tax dollars. And so there's a lot of ways to know, I feel like.
I think people need to research that.
But when you do, sometimes you might end up in the wrong area.
Oh, no.
Like, it's like that lady who got attacked by a dog when she was actually acting like a dog.
He'll be wrong with people. So I just watched this video, and this lady, she identified as a dog, and she is down on all fours. She got a tail on her back, and she just a barking.
You see that tail right there? Well, unfortunately, this video is fake.
No.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least that's what the internet's saying. Video is an AI video. They point to some compelling things like the words on the side window over here. If you zoom up to those words, they're not real words. It's just a bunch of scribble. They also point to some other things.
Oh, the fact that a human being would be identifying as a dog, that's obviously that's
not fake. Like a colleague showed a video where people in California were saying the reason they even come to California is so they can participate in these dog activities.
Yeah, but I think he was just AI generated.
He could be, but seeing that reminds me of something that's not AI generated. This may be the reason why the dog attacked.
Whoa.
I mean, I would attack too if I was the dog.
You got one Lex Luthor on it.
Well, the kid, he's using his free will. And that might be the reason why the dog attacked.
Someone who's not a friend of those people is the people who are encouraging the dog thing and even the trans thing. So there's a lady who was explaining some modern wisdom, of course, to her audience. And I think we need to listen to what she has to say.
Men dressing like women to go into the bathroom and assault you. You are not afraid of trans women. You are afraid of men.
It's like they're so close. It's like they get it, but they don't realize that they're getting it. Like, yeah. Like, yeah.
If you're afraid of men dressing like women to go into the bathroom and assault you, you are not afraid of trans women. You are afraid of men.
Yeah, so what this guy is saying is like, yeah, that's what we're trying to say. So the comments are pretty funny too. They're saying it's clocking but not clicking. This guy says, well, she's a guy, so unintentionally reaching the point. If you're afraid of spiders, you're really afraid of arachnids. It's like, yeah, pretty much. Sometimes you just need to let them talk. They'll just figure it out just by them talking. Yeah, people are all agreeing with her. Like, yeah, that's literally what we've been trying to say. Like, it's one of those stupid things, where people are so wise now. They're trying to explain something, and in their explanation, they're actually refuting everything that they're trying to tell you. And the really cool thing about this is the brevity. Like how you present an argument and then refute it within 15 seconds, I think it took her.
But because you know what else they want you to know on the news this week?
Did we get another flat tire somewhere?
No, but they want you to know.
I was worried sick.
That historic snow droughts brought worries about water, wildfires, and the future.
Oh, no.
In the West. What are we going to do, folks? We don't have enough snow.
It looks like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
We just don't got the snow, and we're going to have some serious droughts. And, I was reading this. I was like, yeah, these are common occurrences. But when they tell us this on the news, what was my favorite phrase? Acclimation leads to propagation. So why are they telling nobody like we? All right, on a simplistic level, yeah, it can be a concern, but this happens all the time. Fluctuation of our climate and whatever. It just happens by natural default. But they're telling us this. And, this isn't nothing new. They're always trying to push the climate control thing. But that's ultimately because I believe, and I don't want to go back to Mars here, but I believe it's because they want us to get ready for something that they're going to initiate. So there's no snow. It's kind of like what happened with the bees. They told us there's no more bees, and we can't eat because there's no bees. And I'm going to say there's no water. Why is there no water? Because we ain't got no snow. So no snow means no water because it ain't going to flood the rivers. And
they told us, they've been telling us, anybody could look it up, they're actually telling us right now, the government and many organizations are saying we've been controlling snow and rain and everything.
Right.
The list of states we don't control is very small. And that's just one company. The other companies control that.
Right, think about that. You played that video with that guy in that interview was talking about, man, this was the greatest thing I've ever achieved in my life. I created my own snow. And this is a publicly traded company, which they're talking about how their whole business model is to produce snow or rain for areas because of this specific kind of thing.
And he says there's competitors too.
Right. But now they want to tell us there's no snow.
Mm-hmm.
But they have people who can make snow.
Mm-hmm. And he says they've been doing it for 60 years.
Right. But they're not making snow. But they want to tell you there's no snow. So this leads me to believe they're finally getting to the point to where they're going to want us to have a very severe drought. They've been acclimated. What have we been hearing for the last 4 years more than ever? Like I talked about before, the wildfires of like 1890 and 1913 and all the fires all over the United States, burning all the libraries so we can't read history. But now they're going to do it for a different reason. And they're going to bring back the fire. Because what we've been hearing for the last 4 years, California fires, the craziest wildfires in ever history. Mm-hmm. Look, the whole entire southern state of California is on fire. They've been acclimating us to these fires.
They're going to shut up the sky for 3 years.
Right. And what are you going to do then?
Make it rain.
This is a precursor, a prelude to the water wars.
Mm. Oh, you think they're going to actually drop the water?
Like on Waterworld.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they could do that.
We'll be fighting over water. The war will be caused by lack of water.
Now think about that too, what you said right there. Isn't it interesting that we have to pay for water? Who owns a lot of this water? Coca-Cola, Nestle, all these companies, they own the water.
Well, the duck may swim on the lake, but my daddy owns the lake.
Right. And your daddy's going to say, you ain't getting this water because it's meant for the smart cities. And guess what else they always talk about? AI is using all this water.
Mm. Water.
So now they're adding layers to this, which amplifies it. No, we've got wildfires all over the place. We ain't got no snow. And now we have data centers all over the United States. There's no water, folks.
Yep. And now we're getting things like Evapo Park and Meadow Run.
Right.
Where the water once was.
Right. But you can't get there unless you fold.
And emerge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You fold, capitulate to the powers that be, and then you can emerge as a butterfly. Or as a super dragonfly.
Yeah, through the evapo gas.
Right.
We haven't folded in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's ultimately what they want you to know. Giant dragonflies once roamed the Earth's skies. New research append the textbook theory of why they went extinct. See, they're already trying to get you to imagine.
Mm-hmm.
This is your great uncle.
Extinction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy will fold you like a laptop.
So I think you take these subtle things, and you know what's interesting? Nobody's reading none of these articles because everybody's focusing on what Trump is doing, what he's not doing, what he is doing. The war is over. The war is not over. Iran, you better start doing something. Oh, Iran gave me a good present. Oh, well, now they're not. Oh, we got to put boots on the ground. We're not doing on ground. Oh, we blew up all the oil, but
they got 1 week, and it's going to go. Well, they got 1 month.
Yeah.
And then it's going to, well, you're grounded.
This is what everybody's listening to, but all these articles that I've been pulling up, ain't nobody read none of this stuff.
I know. People are ready for war.
'Cause these are my people, and this is my land.
Joker's got an axe. Wow. Trump tells Iran to get serious. In negotiation.
Because they're joking around now.
Before it's too late.
Yeah, the axe is already at the root.
Yeah, we've already been at this for who knows. And then now he's asking for $200 billion for what? If the war's already over, why do you need another $200 billion?
To repair the NASA tire.
Yeah, right, or whatever. Yeah, or
we got to send a team. Yeah, we got to send a team to Mars with replacement tires to change the tires on the rover. There it is.
We got to pay for these quarantine astronauts. Or we got to start building this infrastructure so we can ration all the water, so we can force people to capitulate. Because, food is one thing. People can hunt, people can do whatever. You can't just magically find water. Like you can dig and maybe you can get a well or something. But water is difficult, and you can't live very long without water. You can live a while without food. You really want to see people panic. Take away the water. And what is Iran threatening? Iran's over there playing the same game. Middle East ain't got no water, so what do they got? Desalination plants. And they said, if you keep on attacking us, we're going to start bombing all these desalination plants. And that's going to kill all the water. So it just seems like water is the theme of the month.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't that what the architect told the Fulgrin?
Yes.
He said, you guys have made it through the years of squelch, the slow rot of morale.
And they eventually found the place of the infinite indigo.
They did.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
They're dressed in indigo.
Those are the prophets, the two witnesses.
Well, it seems like a bunch of them.
The waters came. But now we are dry. Now, lay the submerged to rest in void fair.
Context is impeccable.
I know. It's right on par.
This is pure prophecy.
It's pure propaganda.
This was spoken of by Isaiah.
It was spoken of by Palantir.
We remember to forget.
A giant mouth.
We remember to forget. Beloved Fulgrin, we have said farewell to the submerged. Now we return to Meadowrung. This time, the water bubbles beneath, and a new cycle begins. We can frolic again.
It's making me.
So run free.
Oh,
they're frolicking now.
Yeah.
Look at those
I
gumdrops.
think I see what my Halloween costume is going to be this year.
Everybody will know the context too.
Yeah.
Like, this guy just blew in from Evapo Park. Look at those horns.
What'd they say? I'll touch the sky?
Yeah.
And what's funny is the water's still restricted. Nobody's playing in the water. Ah, here they are.
Yeah, there you go.
Anti-gravity. See, this is Mars.
And there it is. There's the moon, but it's fake.
Wow, that's the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is all contextual.
There's a hole.
What about that part?
Yeah, I don't know. The waters is below. As is above, so is below.
Like Nerf World.
Well, that leads to the things that are above. And so this week, the government also is telling us Palantir is developing Golden Dome anti-missile strategy software. They've already been telling that guy.
I know, he literally looks like one of those AI-generated videos.
Or one of those villains. But
just say it isn't.
We already know they've been telling us about the Golden Dome thing. We just didn't know who was going to develop it. But now we know it's Palantir. So that should be no surprise. But
yep.
And I don't understand why Palantir, because Palantir is supposed to be a surveillance software for people and their locations.
Right.
Why does Palantir need to be connected to a missile defense system? That should tell you another thing. I'm not going to lead to it this week, but that should amplify the idea of if there's a surveillance software, which is not a missile defense software, is needing to be attached to missile defense software because it's going to be a satellite infrastructure. Are they adding surveillance onto this on purpose because they need it in a satellite infrastructure? And the easiest way to do it is propagate the idea that, oh, this is all a part of an anti-missile defense system. But really, it's to integrate Palantir into this large system of surveillance. They don't need to be in the anti-missile, but they will be.
Well, if we can take it one step
and
further.
not just anything. This is brought to you by Jerusalem Post.
Oh, good. Wouldn't have it any other way. If we can take it one step further, it seems like they're preparing us to be living inside of a dome, too. Because we're going to be inside this golden dome. And I wonder if it's not so much about the defenses as it is about who's on the inside of the dome. Of course, they'll get you all in, like that old alien movie, the black and white movie, where the aliens come down and they get all the humans to like them and be friends with them. And they get all the humans onto their ships. But then one of the researchers discovers an alien book, and he finds out that he's able to finally decode the title on this alien book, and it's a human cookbook. It's not how to serve humans like that. It's how to serve humans like on a dish,
like how to cook humans.
Yeah, I think even was it Family Guy or South Park did an episode on this too. It's a classic.
I think it was an episode of the Outer Limits. Where the aliens come down and they say they have a book. They have the book with them, yes, and it says on the cover "To Serve Man." Yeah, and at the end you find that it's a cookbook.
Yeah, and that's right. It was an Outer Limits episode. It wasn't a movie. I thought it was a movie. No, it was an Outer Limits episode. I'm remembering now. I haven't seen that in a long time. But it seems like this is what's happening. So the government is doing this. They're telling us to go into these domes. Like, we're going to protect you from invaders outside, which are probably all fake, all these wars and rumors of wars. So they're going to get us into these domes. And it's funny, they're getting us comfortable with it because of that sphere in Vegas. Like, yeah, look at how cool this dome is. And you can actually come inside and look, this is a great movie. You can watch movies, you get all your media in there and everything. So what if they enticed us the same way? It's like, look, your phones are down. Look, the electricity went down in America, but look, you can still come and watch TV for free for now while we get it set up, come into these domes, and they won't close the trap at that moment. They'll keep on wooing us, as it were.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you remember, but you brought to our attention once, many eons ago, about people creating those devices so that they can have privacy in the dinner table. Like, you put this device here, and it creates this audio dome.
Yeah, it's like the cone of silence on Get Smart.
Yeah.
The old Get Smarts anyway.
And it blocks all the background noise, and you can only hear what's going on in there. But yeah, like anything, acclimation again, it's getting you used to these. Dome implies an exclusiveness. It's for us, not them. And of course, like anything, right, with, missile defense, it's protection from Iran or whatever. And what's interesting about Iran, apparently they say again, I don't believe it, but they say, well, I don't know, the attack might be real, but what they're saying is interesting. So apparently Iran sent this ICBM, which is not supposed to go 4,000 kilometers. But apparently it hit that Dago Garcia special military base that we talked about. Apparently they sent 2 long-range missiles. And it was 4,000 kilometers. And one of them failed to get there, but they say one got intercepted before it hit. And they said, oh, wow, this is surprising. We didn't know that they could have missiles go this far. And it's just more of that acclamation to say, we need that dome. We need this dome. Look what they can do. But is that real? It's about as real as the hole that's in the Mars rover tire.
Or that walking ear that you showed us.
Oh, yeah. The Xenoturbella.
Ear. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
Somebody break the silence, please.
Well, I did find 2 people who are getting ready for the alien invasion. Because, we can't show up like this or we'll be on the cookbook. But if you want to be not on the cookbook, you have to be different. And I think people are in their gut know it's coming. So they're getting ready. So here's 2 people. I don't know if you want to follow them, but I think they are going to be the ones that make it through. Now look at this.
Whoa.
He's got this wedge shoe. He's calculating something on this balloon. He's put a spoon on his head with saran wrap over his mouth. So it's speak no evil. Wear the shoe for
shoes of
brevity.
Yeah, eat no evil with a spoon.
And you eat with your head. And the balloon is symbolizing some extraterrestrial entity.
Maybe that's the Earth floating in space and he is Mars.
Yeah, but whatever he's doing, he believes that this is calculating some kind of communication to these guys. But here's another one. You know, the best defense to aliens is probably not talking. And when you open your mouth, things get shoved in there.
Oh, no.
It's the pain of silence.
Whoa.
How true is he to his silence? Now think about if aliens saw this. They'd be like, this is somebody we need to study. Oh, he's got starch pants.
Not anymore.
He is true to the word. But what I do think is that people are preparing for something. They know they're going to have to be different.
Yeah, they are preparing.
I'm just trying to be myself.
Yeah,
I got everybody mad at me for it.
Now, that's an interesting green suit. But yeah, I think there's probably going to be a lot more of this. And I think years ago you showed about the aliens in New York. So they were already getting ready. They're just a little early.
Yeah, you know, if America is like Rome and Rome didn't come after people like America's trying to do today, I feel like. And it's just kind of stupid. I mean, we're going to be the ones who get the DHS called on us, and they're going to come knocking. Like if we transported this back into the ancient Roman world, can you imagine what it would look like?
Hey there, is it Jesus? Am I saying that right?
Actually, it's pronounced Jesus.
Hey there, Jesus. My name's Officer Marcus Titus. This is my partner, Officer Lucretius. Hey, how's it going? Do you have a second to talk?
Yeah, can I ask what this is all about?
All right, well, we just wanted to swing by and let you know we've been getting some complaints, so we just wanted to come by and check in with you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Your neighbors have been saying you've had a lot of people over, a lot of people coming and going, you know, a lot of folks coming through here. Can I ask, are these people family of yours? No, look at me. Look at me. Look over here.
Sort of.
All right, so they're family. Okay, well, what do you mean sort of?
Yeah. Or...
Yeah.
What do you mean sort of?
Yes or no? Are they family?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so they're family. All right. Now, like I said, your neighbors are a little concerned about some of the things they've been overhearing. And I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me. Look over here. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me, okay?
Okay.
Are you selling drugs out of here? Whoa, 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 ma'am. I'm going to have you stop right there and go ahead and pull over to the side there. You know why I stopped you here today?
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Well, you're going pretty fast through here, okay? The speed limit's walking pace, and you were more at like a light jog, all right? I mean, there's a sign right over there.
I'm sorry.
Well, how old are you?
I just turned 16 today.
All right, 16, and does your husband know you're out here?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I don't want to have to catch you doing this again, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I've been on the force a total of 6 years, but I've only been here in Judea for about 3. I like the peace and quiet you get, you know, away from the city. It can definitely get tense at times, especially with the harvest rolling around, but today's been pretty calm so far, so it should be pretty routine.
Imagine, if you will.
Yeah, well, I was trying to put myself in that shoe, that one shoe.
The sandal?
Yeah, that thong.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought that was going to go a different way. I thought they were going to treat Jesus as like an immigrant, and they were going to play ice, and they were going to ask, are you a citizen of Rome? Like, go down that road, because that would have been the perfect parody to play out.
They might, but it's the people that are breaking the law. Well, they're not really breaking the law. Like, that lady was clearly going the speed limit, but And she had her husband's permission to be out in public. But that didn't stop the Roman centurions from pulling her over and almost giving her a ticket.
Well, you know, police do have quotas. We talked about it. It's called the STEP program. You guys can go back and look at that. So
yeah, 12 steps.
Yeah, the pyramid, like my hat. But, you know, that reminds me of what's going on now. Because, you know, those kind of activities are still going on. They just, I mean, it looks different today, of course. They're not wearing fine attire like my hat. But they're still doing those kind of activities. And you just never know it. Just like back then, you would never know, you know, you're just having family over and centurions are asking you for your papers. But today's the same thing, except it's more discreet. And you just think you're driving down the road because, you know, today we got cars and we're driving and you see this little Toyota, this little Honda, this little import, and you just think it's just a normal person. But what jumps out of it is a rocket launcher.
Ooh.
Whoa.
This is real.
The guy's chopper is longer than a city block.
And he just gets back into this little mini vehicle and off he goes. Look at that thing. It's a clown car. He's just shooting. He's shooting everybody. He's coming out with rocket propelled launchers, blowing up vehicles.
This is what I imagine a militia would look like.
Yeah. But
like a real militia.
What's interesting is it's still happening today. These are just our modern centurions. They're not asking nothing. You're just driving around in your little car, and the next thing you know, you get hit with an RPG. So it's still happening today.
And that would suck. Yeah. To get rolled on with an RPG.
Just go to get some gas.
Yeah. I wonder where you get one of those, though. Like, I know you can go to Walmart and get, like, you know, a shotgun and maybe a hunting rifle. But where do you go to get an RPG?
You go to Nate and Yahoo.
From Jerusalem.
Yahoos.
Jerusalem Post.
Yeah, with love.
Right.
Timu.
Now they're
I wouldn't trust a Timu rocket launcher.
I have a whole nother thing for that, but that's not for this week. Yeah, Timu has got its own. And if you just scroll through Timu, I'm not even going to it, you will find some gems. You will find some gems. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when it shows up here, which it probably won't because of Humo's being shut down. But when they open up that cargo and they see some of those interesting gems that you can order from Timu. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what kind of conversation you're going to have at that point, but...
Well, the rich people have been telling us to stop spending money, and of course, we haven't listened. We're still buying food and feeding our kids and stuff.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, it's... I think if we just realize money isn't everything, like the rich people tell us, money's not really everything anyway.
It's not going to make you happy. Money's not gonna make you happy. Avocado toast is not all it's cracked up to be. You can do without the avocado toast. Money's not gonna make you happy. You know, get it on the weekends during brunch, of course, but other than that, losing money costs nothing. Losing money costs you nothing. I'm telling you, don't work that minimum wage job. At least check in with your dad and see what position you could have at his company. COO, CEO, CFO. There's so many COs. Love your job. Job your love. Trust me, it's way better to buy. It's way better to buy right now. There are more important things in life than working every minute, every day to make money. Ignore the trust fund. Try not to dip into the trust fund right away. Imagine a world where you didn't have a trust fund. Live that way. Live that way. It's not all about money, you know.
Well, money can do one thing for you.
Make you not happy.
Well, apparently. Yeah, I guess, but you can at least have fun doing it.
Oh, wow. Wow, she knows how to park.
I mean, that's what money can do for you.
Is that AI?
No. Don't do that with the yacht.
Yeah, no, that would have.
Well, I'm saying at least you can have a exciting time spending your money.
Yeah, but money's not everything, says the rich people. It's not. You don't have to have toast with avocados on it. I mean, well, I guess that's debatable, but you don't really have to.
I'll at least give them that bone. They believe that too.
Yeah, you can tell.
That's
why they give all their money up and became.
Well, that's why
like
they
one
don't.
of us.
That's why they don't send their children to fight their wars.
No, they send their robots too.
They sent our children.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know.
It's because money's not everything.
That's right, because money's not everything. So you're going to send somebody else's children.
Mm-hmm.
Because children, they have to keep on the money train.
I always got a kick out of people. When I used to be a assistant coach for wrestling in New York.
Yeah.
People would always come in my path, and they would always tell me that money's not everything. And whenever they said that, I knew. You could actually see the twinkle in their teeth, you know. They're rich. Those guys are rolling.
Yeah, it happened to me when I had that job over at being a ticket verifier on the subway trains.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw these two people. I told them, you can't keep that artificial simulated person here. And they got really angry. And I was like, they're just not viable. It's not real. But they didn't want to listen. And then they got up and, they shoved that pizza in my mouth.
That sounds like a really nasty video.
Well, I mean, what can you do at that point?
Swallow.
Except the pizza part's good.
Well, no, they're trying to get me into Pizzagate.
Unless it's DiGiorno.
And I was just trying to tell them you can't do that. But you know what they say? Money isn't everything.
I know. They also say DiGiorno tastes like real pizza.
Of course they would.
You can have your pizza, but you can't have your cake.
Yeah. Well, I
don't know. They want their cake too. They won't put their face all in that cake.
Yeah. Well,
they want their pizza. They want their children. They want their cake.
My brother's got a cake and a pizza.
Yeah, he's double whopped.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got a double wide surprise.
Yeah, he's double whapping.
Is it a pizza cake or cake pizza?
No, he's got a cake, but he holds a pizza.
Yeah, the symbolic.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to get the mental image.
It's meta.
It's very meta.
Yeah, just picture my brother with a really large cake.
And then smash your face in it.
Like it's your birthday?
Absolutely.
I've never met your brother, so it'd be hard for me to picture him.
Well, that's all I have on my tabs. Do you have anything you guys want to leave out with?
Yeah, I just want to wish everybody a National Wayne Day.
Mm.
It is March 26th today when we're doing this recording. So hopefully you guys enjoyed your National Wayne Day on Thursday.
Wayne as in W-A-Y-N-E or Wang like W-A-N-G? Wayne. Is that
Wayne?
Like,
yeah.
Wang. His last name might be Wang. Wayne Wang.
Yeah, National Wayne Day celebrates people with the first name or surname Wayne. So
nice.
Like first Wayne.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Nice.
What, do you have Saturday's Day? Because people will be watching this on Saturday.
Of course.
And then they'll know what to celebrate. I think it's important, It's a public service.
Looks like
Respect your cat.
And the flesh-eating bacteria.
And the flesh-eating bacteria. That's like the cat that was in that picture, man. Yeah,
I guess it's going to be really contextual.
Yeah.
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 He needs some milk.
Yeah. Yeah, well, even though we talked about parasites and cats and all that stuff, it is Respect Your Cat Day, so make sure you're doing that today when you guys are watching this Saturday, the 28th.
Yes.
Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode.
No, National Hot Dog Day.
She's not the prettiest
one. If people,
I'd definitely take her to the ball. What's the smell?
It looks like Elder's getting hungry.
I'm sorry, Elder, what were you saying?
I don't know. I was very distracted by that. I know we were talking about hot dogs earlier. I might have to go get a hot dog. I was saying if you enjoy watching, we have half as, if you forget it, Just forget.
Well, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Hit that join button. Think about becoming a paid member. That helps us tremendously. Join our lives every Thursday if you want to talk to us. We're always here on YouTube every Thursday. Listen to us on iTunes, Spotify if you're on the go. But as always, this fine gentleman here, his colleague.
Go colleague.
This gentleman, that is Elder. And as always, I am host. And this has been the Matrix Network. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're out of here.